Everybody back up. I'm about to tear it up now.
Come on, guys, Evan here. Welcome back to episode number 11 of Team versus Teams. Today we got more new teams entering here today. A lot of game ones. I think only 2 games are game 2. So what better way to start than get into it? So the first game here we have the San Jose Sharks and the Minnesota Wild. So let's go through their rosters. For the San Jose Sharks roster here, we have Joe Pavelski playing the first, Marc-Edouard Vlasic playing the second, and Justin Braun playing the third. Now here's the Wild stats. For the Minnesota Wild roster here, we have Charlie Coyle playing the first, Mikko Koivu playing the second, and David Cullen playing the third. So that's it for the roster. Let's get into the game now. First period here, we have Charlie Coyle and Joe Pavelski here. So let's compare their stats. 353 to 806, 1 goal for the Sharks. 70 to 295, 1 goal for the Sharks. 336 to 102, 1 goal for the Sharks. Looks like the Minnesota Wild are trailed by 4 goals here going into the second period, where we have Mikko Koivu and Marc-Edouard Vlasic. So let's compare their stats. 146 to 812, 1 goal for the Sharks. 26 to 53, 1 goal for the Sharks. 201 to 49, 1 goal for the Sharks, and 12 to 10, 1 goal for the Wild. Looks like the Wild trails 7 to 1 here, which is I think they've just lost themselves the game. But maybe David Cullen can make this more reasonable, and Justin Braun will increase their lead. So I don't know. Let's compare their stats. 2GP to 448, 1 goal for the Sharks. 17 to 0, 1 goal for the Sharks. 88 to 0, 1 goal for the Sharks, and 0 to 4, 1 goal for the Sharks. Looks like the Sharks dominated 9 to 4 here, I wasn't even gonna say the thing. Here's the final. Next game is actually a previous game. This is the Buffalo Sabres previous game, and their previous game was actually a win, and it wasn't too bad. So yeah. So the team that they're going against is the Vancouver Canucks, and this is their first game. So let's get into their roster. The Vancouver Canucks roster, we have Bo Horvat playing the first period, Sivan Beartishi, I hope I said that right, playing the second, and the retired man this year, Daniel Sedin, playing the third. So let's get into the game. Just a brief little disclaimer, I got something really cool here that's going to show the cards to you guys. I think it might be pretty cool. So, for the first period here, we have, Kyle Okposo. Let me guys fix it up. There he is. And then you guys can check out his stats. Check out his stats. Pretty cool. And then against him, we have Bo Horvat. Really? Next up we have, actually, no. We have Bo Horvat. Now you guys can check out his stats. So, without further ado, let's compare their stats. We'll put the movie thing over there. And, compare their stats. 594 to 231, 1 goal for the Sabres. 158 to 49, 1 goal for the Sabres. 256 to 68, 1 goal for the Sabres. And 42 to 7, 1 goal for the Sabres. It looks like the Sabres are trailing in on their second win, bringing up their win streak up to 2. And the Vancouver Canucks are looking to get a loss here. So let's see if Ryan O'Reilly can increase this here. Or will Seven Bartetes turn this around? So let's compare their stats. The wrong way. 570 to 206, 1 goal for the Sabres. 131 to 43, 1 goal for the Sabres. 230 to 50, 1 goal for the Sabres, and 36 to 5, 1 goal for the Sabres. It looks like the Sabres here, they've gotten a win. They've got this win in the bag, 8-0. But next up, this could be where the Sabres fall. We have Daniel Sedin going against Zach Bogosian. And Zach Bogosian has played 9 seasons, and Sedin's played 16. So he's kind of So Sedin has like stats like Patrick Marleau. So let's compare their stats. 1,225 to 534, 1 goal for the Sabres. 49 to 370, 1 goal for the 1 goal for the Canucks, 1 goal for the Canucks. 120 to 616, 1 goal for the Canucks. And 129 to 9, 1 goal for the Canucks. So it looks like the Canucks need to make a little change here with their things here. So yeah. And here's the final right up on your screen right now. This is the first game for the Blackhawks, so let's go through their roster. We have Ryan Hartman playing the first period, Radim Verbata playing the second, and Wayne Presley playing the third. This game here is game 2 for the New York Rangers, and Rick Nash totally destroyed, the St. Louis Blues. So that's why the St. Louis Blues are out of out of the playoffs, but the Rangers are in 3rd place in the playoffs right now because the Buffalo Sabres just came in and totally destroyed their thing. But we got 3 completely new people playing with the New York Rangers today. We have Michael Grabner, Jimmy Vesey, and Brady Sketch. So let's get into the game. Okay, so for the first period here we have let me get my film thing over here. We got it's upside down. Ryan Hartman. Stats. We should probably put that up there. Yeah, you guys. That guys. The funny thing is, it literally turned off my camera, so we're not gonna use that anymore. I'm just gonna show the cards. We got Michael Grabner stats. Let's compare their stats now. We got 64 to 473, 1 goal for the Rangers. 131 to 19, 1 goal for the Rangers. 82 to 13, 1 goal for the Rangers. And 7 to 1, 1 goal for the Rangers. Looks like the Blackhawks here trail 4-0 here, surprisingly. But for the next period here, we have Radim Verbata and Jim Vesey playing. So let's compare their stats. 80 to 346, 1 goal for the Blackhawks. 75 to 16, 1 goal for the Blackhawks. 95 to 11, 1 goal for the Blackhawks, and 27 to 5, 1 goal for the Blackhawks. So it looks like the Blackhawks just won't give up here. They're trying their best to get into the playoffs and bring New York down to one of the lowest spots with the Penguins and the Rangers. So maybe the third period, Brady Sketch can keep their 3rd place and get them 2 wins in a row, or will Wayne Presley or will Wayne Presley take the lead? So let's compare their stats. We got 87 to 284, 1 goal for the Blackhawks, and 5 to 78, 1 goal for the Blackhawks, and 34 to 74, 1 goal for the Blackhawks, and 0 to 373, 1 goal for the Blackhawks. So it appears that the Blackhawks have won 8-4 here. And the Rangers are going lower in the stats now. the Toronto Maple Leafs move up to 3rd place, and all the teams move up 1 spot. And the Chicago Blackhawks are going to be in the playoffs as well, so that's good. They're going to be probably down like the 13, 14 place. Yeah. So, here's the final on your screen right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, subscribe. I love doing these. There's gonna be a lot more coming out this weekend. Maybe even we'll get to the Stadium Series. We got now if we completed episode 11, we got 12, 13, and 14 until we get to 15, the Grand Stadium Series. And it's actually going to be the Minnesota Wild and the Vegas Golden Knights, 2 teams that are not in the playoffs, and will be heading up to one of the. Well, they still won't be in the playoffs at the end, but one of them will be moving up to like the higher places, like 17, 18. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.